declutter this brain. I need to declutter this house. Mouth taping when I sleep. What are those? Come here. Come here. Hi, sweet girl. We're on camera. Can you not look down there? It's very inappropriate. Welcome back to the vlog. It's 5 p.m. on a Friday and I just shut my laptop for the weekend and we are about to have a reduced dopamine weekend. That's what I'm considering it. We are going to reset the brain, reset the mind, reset the body, and reduce the dopamine for this weekend by removing a few little things that have been making me anxious lately, but still keeping something so I can't just be in silence. I'm sorry, I just can't. But my plan is for this weekend, it's just a simple 2-day weekend, and I have been so busy and so overstimulated with work over the past year. And I need to destimulate my brain a little bit. I usually have around 8 hours of meetings in a day. I get through 1,000 Slacks in a day. I am overstimulated to the max and I need to reduce that down a little bit. And usually on the weekends, I'm like on my phone, I'm on YouTube, I'm on Instagram. I am doing all of these things and wasting a lot of time because I just am so exhausted from the week that like all I want to do is just shoot myself up with dopamine straight to the brain. I have made a list throughout this week of things I need to get done this weekend, and so it's getting pretty hefty, but really what I want to do is just reduce down some of my technology use and reduce down some of the things that are making me anxious, which is 1, no social media, 2, just no phone in general. So like I will text back people, I will look at my phone, check the weather, check my email if I need to. Like I'm still gonna utilize my phone if I need to, but just really no like scrolling on anything. You guys, I will literally scroll news articles when I don't have social media on my phone just to get a little dopamine hit. So is that dopamine because I'm scrolling a depressing news article? Probably not. Anyways, I'm definitely gonna reduce TV and I'm definitely just gonna reduce anything that's making me anxious, but I am gonna increase in things that I think will make me feel just more productive in general and just more like a human being at the end of the day. I've made a list of things that I want to get done this weekend, but there's just some like big key themes that I'm gonna be going over that I think will make me feel so much better come Monday when I just have some of these things done. One of them being getting things done that I have been pushing off for literally a month. I do this thing, I think it's my ADHD brain, but I know I have to get something done and then it's like paying a bill. And if it doesn't have a due date on it, I will just wait and wait and wait and wait. Or if it does have a due date on it until like the last day I need to do it. And so I just wanna get some things done that I have been putting off for months that are on my list. So that's number 1. Number 2 is I really wanna declutter some of my spaces. We have the holidays coming up. My office room, which is the guest room, the closet is concerning. That has never happened before. I feel like I never have things just like overflow with shit and I really want to clean it out, which means selling a few things, throwing away a few things, donating something, just getting rid of it, you know? Number 3 is I wanna do a mid-year check-in, even though it's October, so like a Q4 check-in, so I can feel like my brain has the capacity to take on new things throughout Q4. I feel like I did so good up until like mid-year and then I just kind of like let it go, and so I really want to make sure that I am setting myself up for success for Q4 and really getting excited for the holidays and just like getting my space ready and my mind ready for the busy season that's about to come up. I think that that's about it, but I need to declutter this brain. I need to declutter this house, and I think I'm gonna feel way better after that. So less technology, more decluttering. In typical fashion of Paige being alone on a weekend night, we are gonna make some pasta. I just am craving again. Butter noodles with just a lot of butter, shredded Parmesan cheese on top. Sounds so good. Austin's out with another friend tonight. It's actually so funny, like I feel like when I say that, it's really, it sounds kind of sad. Like Austin's gone again. It's not sad, I promise you. Like I love my time to myself. And honestly, sometimes like when he goes out with a friend, that makes me want to stay home even more because like I cherish my time by myself a lot in like the best way possible. I think it's just like my way of decompressing. And so like, I don't mind, I love it. And I could go hang out with a friend myself, but I cherish this time so much and I should go hang out with friends, but all my friends are gone this weekend. And so I have an excuse just to hang out at home and do nothing tonight. I am gonna heat up my jovial pasta. Heat up? No, I'm gonna boil it. I need to get it tender, you know? I'm gonna heat up, no, I'm gonna boil my jovial pasta. This is my favorite gluten-free pasta. I have the Elbows, which I think is gonna be delicious. This is the best gluten-free pasta on planet Earth. It trumps every single one of them. It tastes so good, and Austin eats it as well, which is a win-win, you know? Something I think we forget about is actually how unnatural it is to be so overstimulated within a day. Like if you would have went back 30, 40, 50 years ago, I don't even know how many years ago, that's a lot of pasta for myself. If you went back like so many years ago, we did not have all these things that were overstimulating our brains with all the things that we have today, i.e. technology, social media, just like anything that involves the screen is so unnatural to our human existence that our bodies are trying to catch up with whatever is thrown at us on a daily basis. And like, there's a reason why so many of us, especially my generation and the generations behind me, have so much anxiety. Oh my goodness. Hi. I love you. Mama loves you more than anything in the world. Oh, she just burped. Hi. What? Should we go and play? Are you ready to play? Get it? 1, 2, 3. Get it. You were so uncoordinated. You guys, finally starting to get nice out, and I am so happy. Today, or tomorrow, is the last day of 100 degrees, which I'm so thankful for. We have a bunch of like 90s and 80s coming our way, and that means that nice down to like 60 degrees, and I could not be more happy. I'm just so thankful that's coming like mid-October, because if that would have went past Halloween, I would not be well. Natalie, come here, you want to try noodle? Can you see if it's al dente for me, please? I've got to let it cool off though. Oh, hot. Gotta let it cool off. All right, up. Is it al dente? What do you think? I don't think so, not yet. It still needs a little bit of time. Even like cooking food without anything on is like a little bit of a culture shock for me right now, because usually I have either a YouTube video on or a podcast on or a TV on. Like I always have something on. It's really rare for me to cook anything without anything on besides you guys. Feels strange. And how do I entertain myself? Do I start singing? Do I start dancing? I don't know how to do either of them. I'll figure it out. One thing to know about me is when I'm at home alone, I will always eat out of the pot. It's just, why dirty up dishes? I'm gonna put a little bit of flaky salt on top. The only thing missing right now is a yummy bev. And I'm kind of thinking, I don't have any poppy. I'm kind of thinking like a glass of like white wine kind of sounds good. I don't usually drink at home by myself, but I think I need something a little crisp. Let's see what we have in the fridge. I feel like we haven't been keeping much wine or just like alcohol in the fridge recently, but, oh, perfect. My favorite Kirkland Pinot Grigio. It is so cheap and it's so good. So we're gonna do it. I feel like I never get to use these white wine glasses because I feel like I just never drink white wine at home, but we finally get to. I used to always think that Pinot Grigio was only sweet until my sister truly changed my life maybe a year ago now. I was like, no, I don't want any Pinot Grigio, it's too sweet. Like, why are you drinking sweet wine? And she's like, Paige, most Pinot Grigio is not sweet. I just think I was like scarred from when I was in like high school and we'd always drink like barefoot. Yeah, barefoot. I'm pretty sure that their Pinot Grigio is sweet. Maybe I was just drinking Moscato and I had no idea. Pinot Grigio has truly become my favorite white wine. I think it's just like the simplest, crispest, easiest one to drink out of all of them. I'm not really like, what do I do while I eat? Do I just sit here in silence? Do I just stare at a wall? Hadley, are you gonna talk to me? You know what? This is great for my nervous system. The lighting in here at night is not great. But I just sat down. I'm actually gonna hang out here for a little bit and watch Dancing with the Stars. I really only started watching Dancing with the Stars like a year ago, and I cannot believe I've not watched it for the other 30-some seasons that's been out. Like, I'm absolutely obsessed with it. I love the celebrities, and I also love the pros. Like, I think the pros are so cool. I'm like, I want to be you when I grow up, even though I can't dance. But like, what is so shocking to me is the way that these like celebrities just pull dancing out of their ass. They're like, they just get out there and do it. And I'm like, how? How do you find that rhythm? Like, it's so crazy to me. I love it. I love it so much. I'm like trying to find the best lighting in here. But something that I feel like I have become hyper aware about over the past few months is my ability to multitask to a fault. I can sit on the couch at night, watch a TV show, edit a vlog, text my friends, scroll a clothing website, like I can do it all in one setting, and that's not good. Like, no wonder why I get so overstimulated and overwhelmed. Like, I like work all day and then I get on the couch and I do 1 million things at once, and then I go to bed and my brain's like spinning and I can't settle down from it all. So I am gonna watch some TV. I already said like that is one thing that I'm not gonna cut this weekend because it's not something that like really overwhelms me, especially when I'm just like focused in on something. I become very calm. And so I'm gonna watch some TV, I'm gonna watch Dancing with the Stars and just not multitask. I'm just literally gonna sit here and watch the TV. And then I'm gonna shower, wash my hair, do everything shower so I feel fresh and ready for the rest of the weekend. That's all that's gonna be happening. This is what happens when I watch old people dance. I can't, they're just so sweet. That is so good. Like, I love that show so much. It gives me like all of like the good feels. The old men who are dancing. But then there's also my favorite two are Brandon and Chandler is the cutest little, I don't know if she's like 19 years old. I think she's like a child actress. She is so cute and so good at dancing. I would move like her. She's so good. But I really need a shower. This hair is so greasy and disgusting and I have time, so I might as well just wash it. I actually look like I'm Edward Cullen's sister on Twilight. That's how white I am right now. I am pale. Austin and I always we call it corporate white whenever we are just as white as it gets. Like, I can't get any whiter right now. She is pale. Honestly, I don't look like that in the mirror. Like, I am confused. Oh my gosh. I can't stop looking at myself. I look horrible. I look sick. Maybe if I stand back like this, do I look as sickly? But I had to stop myself multiple times from whipping out my phone and turn on YouTube. I love watching YouTube whenever I do my skincare or like brush my teeth. And so it's just really quiet in here, but I know it's good for the soul and I'm sticking with it. I have been really struggling with sleep for the past like 2 months. It ebbs and flows like with my cycle and with my hormones, and so I know it's definitely like hormonal. So I've been taking different supplements to help me sleep and it has been godsend. And I have been sleeping throughout the entire month this last month, and I know it's a few different things. One, I have been getting my hormones in check. I will show you what I do tomorrow morning. I have been seed cycling, which I think has really helped. I'll talk about it more tomorrow. I also overdose in magnesium at night. I got this free aloe magnesium spray last holiday season, I think, and I do 3 pumps of this. It gives you 45 milligrams of magnesium. It is literally for better sleep and relaxation. I like doing this because it actually goes, when you spray it onto your skin, especially in like a very like sensitive area, so like in your underarms, your forearms, like in the middle of your thighs, like anywhere that has like really like soft skin, this absorbs super quickly, and I think it goes straight to your system more than just like a pill would do. But I also have a magnesium complex. This magnesium is brand new to me. I looked for one that had all of the different magnesium that I wanted in a supplement, and this one had it. It's by the brand Just Ingredients. All of these magnesiums in here help support with cognitive function and then also better sleep. There is also magnesium that's great for digestion, but I don't take that and I don't need it. I just need one for sleep. Lastly, I take this Stress Essentials Calm by Nutridyne. My mom got me on this. I love it. I am a big L-theanine and GABA girly over here. GABA GABA goo. I'm a GABA girly. This stuff is so good. I will take it even like when I'm working during the day to help me calm me down a little bit, but it really helps calm me down at night. So those are some of the supplements I take at night, and then I also take all of my other supplements at night as well. But this has been my pretty much like NyQuil because it knocks me out. I also put on my belly too. That's what I'm doing right now. So I think I'm actually just gonna lay here and get cozy in my bed and read for a little bit while my hair dries so that I can braid it. I have been braiding my hair at night and I will show you tomorrow how I curl it. It's just been a really, really easy hairstyle for me and it gives me a little bit of volume. And so I'll show you tomorrow, but I have also been mouth taping when I sleep. And I think that this is actually insane. Like I feel crazy going to sleep with mouth tape in, but it has improved my sleep so much once I finally got used to it. At first it took a second to get used to it. I was like, how am I ever gonna get used to having this on my mouth? But kept on waking up in the middle of the night with my mouth wide open. And I think kind of started when I started wearing my retainers. And this has really, really helped. I can link it down below where I got this from. It is a Japanese kinesiology tape. I did a lot of research on what tape I wanted. I didn't want to buy ones that were already like pre-done for me because there's like a 30-day supply in there and like it costs so much money. I wanted to go something like a little more cost effective, but I do use this. I just cut it with little scissors. I just cut it enough so that it like goes like right over my lips and then that's it. I'm obsessed with it. I can't believe I put tape over my mouth when I sleep. Austin thinks it's hilarious and I just feel bad for Austin. He's like, what the fuck is happening over there? Who are you? I'm always like, good night, gotta put my mouth tape on. You're so cute. Guys, I slept like a rock last night. I slept so hard to the point like where I woke up this morning and I was like, where am I? Actually, I didn't really wake up. Austin, my alarm was going off way too early because I was like, I'm gonna get up and go on a walk. And my alarm was going off and Austin was like shaking me. He's like, wake up. I slept so hard. But I also just think like I really was able to like relax last night and it just put me into the deepest sleep I've had in the longest time. So that felt so good. You know when you wake up and like you don't know where you are? That was me this morning. So Austin and I got up this morning and we went on a little walk down in the Arcadia area and then we grabbed the Henry. They had it decorated so cute for Halloween. They had the pumpkins and a hay bale and then we got some pastries and some coffee and that was just so delicious. My stomach after that pastry though at 7 in the morning, not well. I did wake up this morning feeling so much more refreshed and not so anxious. Sometimes I wake up on weekend mornings just like so anxious because like I sat on the couch and like or did something that was very overstimulating for me, and so I did not wake up anxious this morning. That felt so good. I even did a little workout this morning, which I rarely do on the weekends, and I started my sourdough for the day. It was just a very nice little productive morning, and it is around 9 a.m. right now. I am getting ready for no apparent reason at all besides hanging out with you guys. Okay, last night I mentioned that I braid my hair at night and then I wake up the next morning and I do a little something with it. So I want to show you what I do, but this is what my hair looks like when I sleep with it. I just do one like pretty loose French braid back and then I tie it with like a very loose scrunchie. Usually this falls out in the middle of the night, but it didn't tonight or last night, and my hair actually stayed pretty good. But I just take it out of this. It looks ridiculous at first. It kind of reminds me of like back in the day when you were like in high school or like middle school and you thought that your hair looked really good, like extra crimped. I know it doesn't, but we're gonna get there. It's a little wet in the back. Okay, but look at her. Cut. So the key here is that you have a really small curling iron. I don't even know what this is. Probably a 1/2 inch. I don't know, but I will link it back down below because I did get it on Amazon, which is a really, really cheap curling iron. I rarely use this. I don't really care if it like wrecks my hair whenever I use it. There's two key things here. My ends are really, really straight, so we're gonna try to get those a little zhuzhed up. And then obviously it's like really straight up here. So I don't curl anything else besides the top layer. And I just take really small strands and I wrap it super tight around this curling iron. And I don't hold it for super long because I think it's pretty hot actually. And then I just kind of pull it off. You see how curly it got? I just kind of pull it a little bit. It matches. That's the best part about this. It matches the braid. If you want to do tighter crimps, you could do 2 braids, but I like mine pretty loose, so that doesn't look like I'm back in middle school again. I just do this around the crown of my head and only the top, and then I will do some underneath just to give it a little more volume. And then I will show you the end product once I'm done. I'm gonna get super close to your root. You see how this side is pretty curled up top compared to this side? So you just give it that extra volume and it will fall. Honestly, this is a hairstyle that looks way better day 2 than it does day 1 because it does fall a lot, but I just love like the volume it gives me. It gives me just like a different type of hairstyle that I'm used to. Look how much volume that gives me compared to what my normal hair is, which is just like what I love about it. And it took me only 8 minutes is what my camera is showing. That is my new curly girl hair method. And I don't have curly hair, but it is nice just to give it a little bit of volume every once in a while. Like a line. I mentioned last night as well that I have been doing something called seed cycling. My doctor actually recommended it to me when I told her that my ovulation days were horrifyingly painful for me, both my mood, but then also like pain in my abdomen and just like crampy like symptoms for like 3 to 4 days sometimes. That time of the month was way worse in terms of like pain than even like my period was. So she recommended seed cycling. And so what you do is you buy, there's 4 different seeds that you take throughout the month. 2 of them are for the first half of your cycle, and then the other 2 are for the second half of your cycle. So for the first half of when you start bleeding to your ovulation, you eat raw pumpkin seeds and then raw flax seeds. You grind these 2 things up. I put them in here. They're in the fridge, so they're a little foggy. But you grind them up yourself and then you put them into a jar and you just eat a tablespoon of these a day, and that's it. So right now I'm on the second half of my cycle, so I am eating sunflower seeds and sesame seeds. And so I just ground these 2 guys up, put them in here, and then take a spoonful of them. I went through my like point of ovulation and I had no pain, nothing at all, like nothing at all. So I do know it's working, and I don't really know the science behind it, but I think it's because these seeds help create like specific hormones in your body. Like I think like the beginning half is like estrogen, second half is something else. I don't know, it works and I'm doing it. These seeds for the second half aren't as yummy as the first half. Like I don't really like sesame seeds or sunflower seeds. Not too bad. But I got all these massive bags of seeds from Amazon for such a decent price. I was shocked. And they're all organic, all non-GMO. You want to make sure you get the good quality stuff because you're obviously taking this for your hormones, so you don't want to get anything too crazy, too low quality. And honestly, I don't mind eating them in the morning because it helps like kind of satiate me a little bit because it has really high fat, but it also has some protein and carbs in there. And so truly they're nutrient dense, which I really like, and they keep me, they like make me go a bit full. You could also sprinkle these on food or put them in like a smoothie, but I actually don't mind eating them. And then I just keep them in the fridge for freshness because I don't want them to go icky. I'm gonna sit down and do a little editing and upload a video and just get a little bit of work done so I stop thinking about it. And then after that, I think I'm gonna do a little list of things that need to get done, but then also I am gonna write down my mid-year Q4 review as well, because I've been putting that off for months.
The hat for winning the Red River rivalry.
Got it. Finally gave in. I listened to a podcast with Melissa Woodhealth, the founder of Branch Basics, the other day, and I just decided I'm gonna give it a try. Ordered a few different things in here that I'm really excited about because I feel like all of my current stuff just pisses me off. It just does not clean well. Even though like, I mean, it's clean ingredients, so why doesn't clean well? But I wish it did. So I'm gonna try out some new things. I have had the most productive little morning. I have gotten so much done on my computer that I've been putting off forever and ever. I also wrote out my little Q4 reset check-in thing. I'm gonna talk a little more about that tomorrow. We'll do a little like recap on what I all wrote in there. But I also have spent some time this morning trying to figure out the best way to start incorporating some of like my sourdough starter into different dishes. And Austin has been begging me for a cinnamon roll dish, just like classic cinnamon rolls forever and ever. So I'm ready to perfect it. I am running to the grocery store right now to get ingredients for sourdough discard cinnamon rolls. And tonight, all I have to do is put the dough together, and then tomorrow I just like do the rest in the morning. And so I'm gonna work on perfecting it. One of my things for the next few months is, since we're not traveling a ton, is to really hone in on like what I'm doing in the kitchen and experiment a little bit and start to try to figure out some fun little recipes I can kind of like make my own and deem as like something that I'm good at making. So one of those is sourdough. I really want to start getting better at that because I've had some fails. And then 2 is just different like fun little recipes that I know Austin will enjoy, but then other people will enjoy too, especially throughout the holiday season. And especially when we have a family here to stay with us over the holiday season. So that's my little goal, but I'm gonna grab that stuff, come home, and then tonight we're going to Beetlejuice, the movie. I loved Beetlejuice growing up, like the one from like, I think I saw last night on Disney Plus. I think it was 1988 when it first came out. And so there's a new one that came out, and we're gonna go to the movie theater. And let me tell you, I could F with some Diet Coke and a big bag of popcorn right now. So that's what we're gonna do tonight. What are those? I literally came with my house shoes, or like my backyard shoes, with my socks. Oh no. Guess I'm just gonna have to take off my socks. I cannot believe I did that. I got in the car and I was like, oh my god, what is happening? Why does this feel so funny? I look down and I am wearing the wrong shoes. I feel like this is one of the most fun Sprouts hauls I've ever had because it's all flour and dairy. But I got 2 different flours here. One is all purpose for the cinnamon rolls, and then I did see an organic unbleached bread flour there, which I'm so excited about. I've never tried the Arrowhead one, but this is what I use for my sourdough bread. And then I got some whole milk for the cinnamon rolls and some buttermilk, and then some almond milk. And then I also got some brown sugar, 2 different butters because I needed a unsalted and a salted. And then I got my favorite American cheese because that's the only place I can get it is at Sprouts. So quick little dairy haul, pretty much. All right, here is the disaster of a closet that is taking up too much of my brain capacity because I have so much stuff in here right now. I can't even walk in here. Like there's no floor space. And of course, as you can see, it's like a lot of pillows. So I think I'm gonna donate a lot of these pillows because I no longer need them. And then like find a place for the blankets that we're not using right now because it's always good to have blankets. I need to sell this Nespresso. Austin won it from work, but we just use our espresso machine. We don't need an espresso. So I'm gonna sell it on Facebook Marketplace and then donate the rest of this, I think. So, and also need to find a spot for all of Austin's keepsake stuff, or I could just make room in here for it. I have no idea. We just need to figure this out because it is a disaster. I've had this door shut to this bathroom and this closet for months now because I just don't want to think about it. And I know whenever I like come in here, it takes my breath away from all the shit that I have in here. I hate hoarding things. Like I just want to get rid of it. And so that's what I'm gonna do today. Also, like there's a bug on this pillow because there's so much shit in here, and like that grosses me out. So we're gonna start with at least selling stuff, and then I'm gonna put the rest of the stuff in my car and just have it in there so that next time I go next to a Goodwill, I will just drop it off in the donation box. Oof. I totally forgot I had these pillows. I'm gonna go put in the new couch. I need pillows for that, so I'm gonna go put these on the new couch, and that's at least like a good starting spot for them. You know what they're gonna do? At least we have pillows on the couch now. I am slowly but surely updating this room, so I did just order a new rug, and I'm so excited to show you guys it in the next few-ish weeks. I'm not sure when it's gonna come in, but it's a really pretty brown, and I think it's gonna be really nice in here with all the gray that we already have. I am also gonna be selling this on Facebook Marketplace today as well, so I'm gonna go ahead and list that. It's just like a really big stand that my parents gave us, but we just don't need it anymore, and we actually have nothing in there, so we're gonna get rid of that. And then I'm gonna throw away that painting right now that I made at work because there's literally no point in having this clutter around here. You can officially see the floor, which is a huge win in my eyes. I pretty much took everything out and donated it, so that side's pretty much empty. I still don't know what to do with that box, and then also that chair. And then here is the other side where just a few things, including like wrapping paper, an extra pillow, and then obviously the boxes and a fan for like any of the guests who might want a fan. So a lot of things in here are more for the guests anyways. And so yeah, I'm so happy that this is finally cleaned out because we have guests coming in about a month for Thanksgiving. I feel much better with them having this as the closet versus what it was like prior. We are going for ultimate comfort for the movies tonight. I'm just wearing my aloe set with my white TNA socks and my Boston Birks. We're just going for the comfort, but I am so excited for some popcorn and a Diet Coke. It sounds so good. I'm hungry and I'm ready for it. I'm just get a large buttered popcorn with a large Diet Dr. Pepper.
And then we do some mini donuts as well.
Good morning. It is so early. It's like 7:30 a.m. but I am testing out my new cinnamon roll recipe with my sourdough starter, and I have high hopes. I made her last night and she's looking extra risen, and so we're gonna roll her out and put cinnamon and brown sugar and some melted butter onto here, and we're gonna roll it up and put it in a cast iron skillet and throw it in the oven, and I think it's gonna be so good. baby. Damn, these look good. With a lot of frosting on it. I'll take the edge. That one looks like it got a little toasty. Do you want one in the middles?
Just give me that one next to it. That's fine.
This one?
No, the one's fine.
This one's a little crusty.
Okay, well, give me whatever.
Ho 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 ho.
Yep.
I'm so full. I have the worst stomachache. I knew that would happen, especially with the gluten, the dairy, the sugar. I mean, it's 9 a.m. and I just ate like handfuls of sugar. It was so worth it. It was so good. Those are definitely gonna be on the holiday recipe docket. I cannot wait to make these for Austin's sister and mom when they come to town, and I can't wait to make these for like Christmas morning. Like, they are so good. They were flaky. They had like a sourdough flavor. They were soft. They were crusty on the outside. So good. I will link the recipe down below, because if you are into sourdough and you like to bake, this is it. This is it. I put them all in a container, and then I also put one in a little plastic container. I'm gonna go bring these over to my sister, because she lives really close to me. So I'm gonna go stop by there, and we have so many extra. I was like, I wish we had more people to share them with, because yeah, we have a lot, and my stomach can't eat them, and I don't think Austin's can either. So we're gonna keep a few for this week, and then we're gonna bring the rest over to my sister. It was a really good start to the morning. Time has like flown by. The recipe was so easy, but it definitely took time. So it's already 9 a.m. I'm gonna go to the grocery store, and then I'm gonna maybe go hang out with my friends for a little bit. We're watching Dancing with the Stars and The Bachelor, and I wanna go watch that with them today. But otherwise, we are having just like the best little weekend. It's been so nice not to be so overwhelmed and overstimulated by all the technology. I have been doing one thing at a time. I have been very cognizant of where I am putting my brain power and where I am getting like the source of entertainment from. So like when I'm watching my TV, I'm only watching TV. When I'm editing a vlog, I'm only editing a vlog. That's not how it always is. Like usually I have like a TV on, I'm editing, like all those types of things. So it has felt really, really good. I feel so much better today. Like I don't have the Sunday scaries that I've been used to. And yeah, they're there because work is rough, but I don't have like the overstimulated Sunday scaries, which I've had in the past. So yeah, feels good. I'm gonna go do all these things, and then once I get back, we will go through all of the things that I want to focus on for the rest of the year, and also take a look back at what I have accomplished in 2024 and if I really stuck to my goals that I set to myself at the beginning of the year. So all right, we're gonna make this quick because I gotta get out, and I'm gonna make some soup tonight because it's dipping below 100 for the first time in, I don't know, like 6 months, and that just calls for a soup. Of course it does. It's supposed to be 99 degrees today, not 100. So, but I had the most beautiful Sunday I've had in a very long time. I don't know why, I just feel so fulfilled from the Sunday. But I did want to go over a few things from my 2024 goals, where I'm at, and then where I'm going for this fall. And so I'm just gonna kind of brief over them a little bit. But my overall goal for this year was just less procrastination, or just no procrastination at all. And while there are still little things in my life that I do procrastinate, I have gotten so much better at this. I think it's because I finally realized how good I feel when I just stop procrastinating. My anxiety levels tank in a good way when I don't procrastinate. And I have been able to understand that feeling, and I've been doing so much better at it. I also think a lot of therapy has helped. I also think just like my life has been so busy lately that I just don't have time to procrastinate. I think that's also a big thing too. Busyness also helps me not procrastinate as much. What else do I have on here? I mean, I have things on here like be more punctual and on time. That's been really good for me. I've been doing so much better at that. That's just kind of respect for others. I just want to be on time for respect for others. One of my last ones was stop comparing myself to others. That one is still really difficult for me. I think it's just the nature of who I am. I don't know why I do it, but I do. And that's really difficult for me. We'll get into what I'm gonna do this fall to stop doing that. And then I had some fun random goals at the bottom, or at the way bottom, and I love these ones. One of them was get ready more often. Last year I like never got ready. I never put on makeup for work. I never did my hair for work. I just literally never got ready. And I, this year, do not go a day without makeup on for work. A lot of it's because of my acne scarring, kind of have to, but then a lot of it is just like, it makes me feel good, so I want to. And then also my hair, I used to never do my hair, and that also just makes me feel really good. I feel better on camera. I feel better when I'm vlogging. It just makes me feel so much better. Taking more pictures, romanticizing my life through pictures. I'm getting better. It's still taking time. I just forget to pull out my phone a lot of times. I'm better than most, but I'm not great, so I want to continue to do that. I have a ton more written down for 2024 goals, but that will take me literally 10 minutes minutes if I go over them, so we're gonna stop right there. I want to go into what I wrote down for October, and then also what I'm gonna be doing for my fall and holiday season to make myself feel my ultimate self. But I really want to read you what I wrote down for my like October. It's not a recap because we're halfway through the month right now, but just kind of like a recap of how I'm feeling in October. And it says, I don't even want to talk about work. It's not worth my energy. But what is worth my energy is the creative juices I'm feeling after a weekend of no social media and less multitasking. I feel so good. I feel more energized, more creative, something I haven't felt in a long time. My nervous system feels at peace. I feel normal. I feel like myself. And I think that's why I feel so good right now, is because I might get like emotional. Like I actually feel so much better after a weekend of just no social media, taking things a little slower, less multitasking. I can't even explain to you how much better I feel, and like I feel more creative. When Hadley, come on dude, get in here. When I scroll social media and I watch a ton of YouTube, my creativeness really reduces. Basically, it's because I'm seeing other people do these things. I get in my brain, I get in my head. I'm like, why do they get to do these things? Why are they doing it better than I am? It's just this natural way of my thinking. And so when I'm not watching that, my creative juices flow a lot better. I'm feeling so much more creative by myself. I don't compare myself to others. And so I'm gonna continue with that, with just like social media and technology in general, is really just stay off social media. That's it. Just stay off it. Also, I'm posting something myself. And then instead of looking for inspo, I really just want to find creativity inside myself and not inside of others. Be more creative without looking for people or things as inspo. I want to take a mental note every single time something makes me feel good, makes me feel thankful, or makes me feel just excited about life. Either take a mental note or even write it down so I can remember what those moments are so that I can be better at being grateful for them. And then really just be mindful of the season that I'm in. It's about to be cooler out. I want to get outside more. I want to plan more things that involve the seasons so that I can really take advantage of living in Arizona in the winter and take advantage of being outside when most of the United States can't be. So I'm gonna be more and more mindful of that. And then lastly, just like relationships in general, whether it's friendships or, you know, my personal relationship, is be kinder to others and really remind them how much they mean to me. I forget to do that sometimes, but whenever someone does it for me, I feel so good and I feel so whole. And so I want to be really mindful of that. Be more gentle with the relationships that I still do have. Remind myself that, you know, these are really fragile. They are not fragile in the sense like they're gonna leave me at any moment, but like technically that's life, right? Like we don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. And so I think being super intentional with how you're speaking to others, being very kind and supportive of those around you. And that's really it. Super simple, super easy to follow. And I think I'm gonna have a much better holiday season if I can stick to this. Overall, I just wanna be more intentional with my time. And I think that is something that I can really do. After this weekend, I'm like, I can do it. I haven't felt this good in a really long time. So I'm excited to see what these next few weeks bring. I have my family over next weekend for a pumpkin carving party, and I'm so excited for that. I want to have more parties. I want to have more people over and be able to share my space with other people, and I'm really excited for that. So I will take you along next weekend when we plan and get ready for pumpkin carving at my house, my family. But I'm gonna leave you and off the block here. I will see you next weekend. I love you so much. Bye.
I look into your eyes, I see we're out of time. I guess no one's to blame, nobody crossed the line.